Right after October 7th, this was groundswell of anti-Semitism around the world. How would you describe this plight of Israel and the Jewish people worldwide now?
Tragically, anti-Semitism has been with us since the book of Esther, when a certain people were picked out for genocide. Anti-Semitism has been the norm. There was a moratorium against anti-Semitism after the Holocaust for half a century, but many of the anti-Semites of the world, whether consciously or unconsciously, were looking for an excuse, and October 7th provided an excuse. It showed that Israel wasn't as strong as people thought it was, and as soon as Israel's weakness was uncovered by its failure to prevent October 7th, the bullies started to attack. Harvard University on October 7th, October 8th, started issuing resolutions, student groups, including Amnesty International at Harvard, blaming October 7th on the Jews. The Social Democrats of America, the party that's running a candidate now for mayor of New York, Mamdani, they blamed October 7th on Israel and on the Jewish people, and yet people are going to vote for this guy. And so, anti-Semitism tragically has been a norm. Thank God that the vast majority of Christian churches have really been on the forefront of attacking and condemning anti-Semitism and supporting Israel on both biblical grounds and moral grounds. And I think every Zionist in the world appreciates how much support they've gotten from our Christian brothers. I'm reminded of a story that Bill Clinton told me when he was president. He said in 2000, when they were negotiating what could have been a state for the Palestinians, that Yasser Arafat said to him, "I don't know why the Jews have to live in Israel. There's no Jewish connection to Israel. Jews have never lived in Israel." Clinton got mad at him and said, "You're undercutting my religion. Forget about Judaism. If Jews didn't live here, if there wasn't a temple, then the stories in the New Testament can't be true. There was no turning over the tables of the moneylenders. There was no crucifixion. There was no Easter rising. Don't ever," he said, "deny the connection of the Jewish people to the land of Israel, because that denies Christianity as much as it denies Judaism."
How about how important is the support of Christians around the world for the Jewish people in Israel?
At a time when so many Jews are abandoning Israel for the left, the support of Christians, evangelical Christians, Christians of every denomination couldn't be more important. I have to tell you that is as important as the Iron Dome is. The Iron Dome of Christianity has probably done more to protect Israel from the oppression and hatred than almost any military weapon. So thank God for those Christians who stand up in support of Israel. I'll never forget going to a Christian event in West Virginia, and I was speaking, and a woman came over to me, and she said, "There are only two countries in the world I would give up my life for, one the United States, the other Israel." And then you have these fools who come and tell me, "Oh, don't take seriously the support of Christians for Israel. They only want to convert you." I said, that just isn't true. Of course, it's a part of Christian tradition to try to convert. That's fine. That's the marketplace of ideas. Try to convert me, I'll listen. If I accept it, I'll accept it. If not, you'll love me just as much. So I don't believe that Christian support for Israel is conditional or is based on the hope of someday, Jesus coming back because of Israel. No, I think it's unequivocal, unconditional love and support based not only in the Bible, but on moral principles and on a realization that Israel is on the forefront of protecting the Judeo-Christian tradition from assault.
Talking about anti-Semitism, you were the subject recently of anti-Semitism when you were refused service for wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
What happened there, and what are you doing?
Well, I don't ever take anything sitting down. I've been going to the farmer's market in Martha's Vineyard for 50 years. I went there to defend a liberal, Ted Kennedy, and I also defended Bill Clinton from the Martha's Vineyard. And I go every Wednesday to the market, and I buy my fruit and my corn. And this is the first time a vendor refused to serve me. He was selling pierogi, and I had been wearing a shirt saying I'm a proud American Zionist, and he wouldn't serve me. And I asked him why, and he said he just, disagrees with my politics. And I said, let's discuss it. There's no reason for not selling me. And so I asked the farmers market to change the rules and require that every vendor be willing to sell to anybody. And I think they're going to do it.